Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Alfa Romeo have equaled our points settings. So we are on 5th place but on equal points with Alfa Romeo. We've just had 2 new upgrades to the car and I think we're going to be really quite an effective force now. I think we're going to start qualifying higher up, top 10 positions maybe. That's pretty exciting, right? Because we go pretty much from the back of the pack to almost in the points already. So we could be getting close to being title contenders. Last week was a little bit difficult because we were at Monaco, and in order to get past anybody in Monaco, you have to be aggressive. And if we're aggressive at Monaco, well, if we're aggressive on the tyres, period, we'll destroy the tyres. So we always end up having to use more tyres than anybody else just to be competitive. But that is the nature of the game, isn't it? It really is the nature of the game. You've got to think, if you're 1 or 2 seconds quicker than everybody else, you know, over 10 laps, that's 20 seconds. You know, that is a big chunk of time that you can gain back. I mean, that is pretty much equal to your lap
Hello from BAKU,
deficit.
where we're looking
Your
forward
pit
to a
stop
weekend of
deficit, I
racing
meant.
among the medieval and the modern, here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Drivers will be battling it out on the streets of the Baku city circuit, a real contradiction of a track. From the long main straight, where the less drag the better, to the tight turns where downforce is a necessity. Teams are going to have to work hard to get that balance right. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder, what else is in store for the teams? Well, there's only one way to find out. The competition is on.
Competition is on. Just putting my phone on charge. Right, so looks like we're going to have a dry race. Let's go 25 laps. We'll go normal pace. And so it's going to be fast. So we want very low. See, the thing is, you want low wing angle for the speed. That's pretty good. That could be it, you know. Let's do that. Let's go all the way one way and all the way the other way. See what Jack can do. Similar thing here. So minimum rear wing. Actually, I like that. I like that. Let's try it. And we'll have Piastri go hard. We'll have Piastri on full fuel. That's what we'll do. All right, let's do this.
Radio check. You hear me okay?
I am super excited to see how well the car performs this week, because we are now mid-table competitive. Now, any other car or company or team that boosts their development as well are going to be right back up on us immediately. So this is only a short-lived thing, so we need to make the most of it. Get some big points in the bag as quick as possible.
Did somebody spin out there?
Leclerc with a spin on turn 10. So, straight away, I can just remind you, in the last episode, at the end of the last episode, we put some development to cool the engine on the car. So we've got 2 lots of engine cooling coming, which will also boost our straight line performance. I'm hoping that's going to give us a bit more consistency with the engine. I think personally it's just going to degrade the engine slower, which is not really that important, because you know, you can buy a new engine for a 5 place deficit, and on a race that you don't think you're going to do very well on, that means nothing at all. So you're still going to potentially get in the points anyway. But we're doing it. We're trying to do everything properly. So when we get the new development wind tunnel points back, we're going to do front wing and rear wing, and that could really leapfrog us from middle of the pack to top of the pack. That's how effective that could be, potentially. So yes, I'm very excited about this weekend because it will give us a good idea of how quick the cars are at the moment. All right, let's do Piastri here. So 40.8. And he's on max fuel, right? Go away, thank you. Where's it gone? Where is he? Is he here? .9. That's about 1.9. I think that's probably what we're looking at there. Piastri again. There he is. Say 36.7. So we're looking at, oh, that's a lot more. That's a lot more. Did I miss a lap? So yeah, we're looking at 2.2 litres per lap. Wow, that is a lot. That's going to require... Oh, hang on, we need some info here. I haven't written anything down on this track at all. Ah, excuse me. Right, 51 laps. Fastest lap time is 1.43.009 from Charles Leclerc in 2019. Expected stops are 1 or 2. So we're probably going to do a 2-stop so that we can be more aggressive because that works better for us on the tyres. Interestingly, they go medium, so that must be flat out, proper flat out on medium. And then hard tyres in the middle. Interesting. Okay, so medium, flat out, 10 lap. Cool. We can definitely work with that strategy. That could work very well for us. Previous race results. How fast was this? Target race time is 1.34.09.02. Chances of safety car. 100% chance of a safety car, so go for it, basically. Abrasiveness is low, so we can get some decent lap times in. Okay. This is all good stuff. Let's go lap history. Owen's doing 146.53, and that's on medium, right? 1.46.5. Good laps is getting 8. That many. But okay. Piastri 1.46 flat. And he got good laps for how many? 6? No, 7. So he actually got 1 less laps out of his tyres because he had because his fuel is up. So that is interesting. So fuel significantly increases tyre wear.
Yes.
Now that is interesting, right? That is interesting. That is something I can possibly work with. Okay, setup, it's bad. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go low fuel.
VSC ending.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Low fuel to reduce tyre wear. That's an interesting concept. But this is good. 8th and 12th. I did say we'd have a significantly improved situation. Right, so we can pull back. Oh, it actually says good there, but everything else is bad. So... That's actually not that different, is it? I'm thinking somewhere around there. There. Yeah, that's worth a try. Put a fresh set of tyres onto you. Got confused there. I thought I was doing Jack's car. So we've already got one optimal, which is a nice start. So we're going to have to bring that back up a long way. Goodness me. That's too far. What am I doing? So we can work with that. That thing is, that's optimal. Right, okay. Let's get that in where it needs to be. Could be it. That could be the one. That could be the one.
Sounds like a spin!
So let's give him the extra fuel. Look at this. I did say they'd be significantly faster. I wasn't really expecting that much faster, but we've been here before. Piastri was up here, if you remember, I think it was Monaco Grand Prix. And then when we actually came to qualifying, he didn't even make Q2. Right, 45.997. 45.997. Why did I type 8? 997. Piastri must be faster than that. 145.724. That's a decent that time. Forgot to check. When did the tyres burn out? Nice. So 73. So is that the first lot of tyres or the second lot of tyres? Okay, so we got 13 laps and we still had quite a bit left on them. So we'll probably won't find out until the end of the session, so we'll push on a bit. Try and burn these tyres out, get some idea of how long they'll last. Okay, this is more like it. Round about the middle, that's where I expected us to be.
Back on the car.
Okay, so we have a good setup. I'm just going to leave the guys out there. A, because I want to burn through the tyres. B, because I've got other things I want to do. When do they come out? So we're looking at 12. No, there's still tyres on that. What am I doing? They come out. Look, 15 laps. We'll get 15 laps out of those. Let's go with 16 now. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. See, the fuel situation is going to be noticeably significant in the race.
Okay, that's end of session.
That went pretty well. 10 and 15. Right, what can we do here? So we need to come down on this a bit. I think that's too low, but maybe it isn't. Maybe that needs to come in there like that. Can't be more than that. And wrong one. This is not quite where we want it. Actually going to be more beneficial to not try and get perfect, because that is going to give us some indication, a better indication of what we want to do. So I'm going to blitz out one pair of mediums. Leave them on normal. Okay, we'll put you on hard. We do for you great, optimal, bad. Right, maybe I can just tweak the living daylights out of that. That could be good, and then I could bring this back a little bit. Maybe that's too much. Okay, happy with that. Hard tyres on standard. No extra fuel. Okay, let's go. I want to get down some information on what sort of lap times they're doing. What's he doing? Where is he? 5.4. .3. .2. We're doing 2.1 litres on low and 2.2 litres on high. We're still going to need 107 litres of fuel even to go at normal speed all the way around. So that is interesting. That's good stats to have. Good interesting data to know. Right, let's get some stats on these tyres. So 146.89, he's running medium tyres. 6.7. And he had good tyres for how long? 10 laps it looks like. Good. Piastri on hards on 1.46.84. He had good tyres for much longer. Still has good tyres. I reckon about 15 laps.
Car balance feedback when capacity.
Okay, good is good. Great is better. This is still off by a lot. Not by a lot. to be that, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Still good. Not great, just good. That was previously optimal, so how is this best? Doesn't really make any sense to me. That's good. Let's conserve those tyres. So what do we get? Kind of need them to stay on those. I'm going to say 25 laps. So, yeah, medium hards definitely get us all the way around, even if we push them. Let's call him in. Something wrong with Jack's car, I noticed. That's annoying, that's not what I meant to do at all. Very good. Okay, I'm going to roll with that. 1:44 is the fastest lap time. We're about 2 seconds off that. Okay.
We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend, which sees the end of practice and the start of qualifying. Each team will be looking to build on the progress they made during yesterday's practice sessions. When it comes to preparation, absolutely nothing should be left to chance. Everything has to be just right. Of course, by the time the cars hit the track, well, there are some things in Formula One that no one can prepare for. Hold on tight, because we're getting underway.
Let's just have a quick look at Jack's car and see what's going on with the car parts. There's definitely something he was complaining about. Maybe it was just the tyres. Alright. Let's go in there and let's go full attack. And we're going to put a set of... Going to waste some softs? No, I'm going to waste some hards. Steady Eddie, jumping in a bit too quick there. Car set up 58%, that's no good at all. So we've got that set up exactly how we want it. Everything else is absolutely shocking. So that's not good. That's not what we're looking for. Something like that. Yep, okay. I'm going to go medium. 25 laps. I'm going to go attack it. We'll attack it with fuel actually. Let's do it with fuel. Maximum attack, and then we get a really good understanding of what we're looking at.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Talk to me. What sort of lap times are we getting here? Red flag. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, Piastri locked up. Is he the one that's crashed?
Here's the replay. Now we see the Williams.
Oh no! Wow.
Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
Wow, we haven't seen an accident like that from the guys for a long time.
Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Piastri is out. Right, so prior to that, aggressive on mediums, doing 1.47.189. I think he's going to be able to do a lot better than that, to be honest. And that's, oh, sugar, that was on hards, sorry. 1.47.189. Okay. In here, 1.46. These are not particularly good lap times. But I'm thinking, was he losing there? Quite a bit. 4%. Well, yeah, he kind of crashed, didn't he? But the temperatures are getting... If you look at the temperatures, on the hards, they're absolutely fine. No issue at all. But on the mediums, definitely getting into the hot area. It could be where the crash occurred, so... Oh, don't do this stupid bug. Don't do this stupid bug to me. Goodness for that. overheated. That. Well, that's not what we were looking for P3, and that means he's not going to have any of the new stuff. So his car is going to be slower than Doohan's in the race. Theoretically, possibly.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Might as well just leave him out there, to be honest. So Jack, what sort of lap times can you pull in for me on hards? Oh, 147, 109.
Okay, there's a big crash.
Another crash.
There's been a crash.
Yes. Just attack for 5 minutes, Jack. Let's just see what you can do. Fire temperature's still absolutely fine. We've got about 10 good laps out of that. Burnt out, round about 22, 23, something like that. Somewhere in that region. What sort of lap times are we getting? One, it's still 2 seconds off the pace. Okay. Interesting. Oscar Piastri 6th overall. Right, so we're going to go for 2 laps. We're going to give him 1 lap of extra fuel. 1.6. 1 out lap. 2 race laps. 2 cool down laps. 1 cool down lap. 1 in lap. It's 10, yeah. So probably need to give him an extra fuel. That's the best setup he could get. That's a pretty good setup, I suppose. 76% is not ideal. That's what we're stuck with. And it's fine. Right, so what's he got? Alright. Oh, for God's sakes. When are they going to fix this stupid bug? Let's see what can happen. My prediction is Jack's going to make Q2, maybe Q3 today.
Copy, radio check.
That is my prediction.
That's green now. Green now.
Piastri's been a little bit off the boil. When I dropped him for the test driver, that seemed to spur him on a lot. But maybe I need to do that again. Maybe I need to put him in a position of fear for his position. Now, we're slower than Lance Stroll. That is not a good sign. Unless, of course, Lance Stroll is suddenly really fast. Piastri up into 7th. Okay, that's really good considering the qualifying he's had. We could see them both. Excuse me, in Q2 here.
Okay, that's end of session.
Oh, Jack. They're both all of a sudden right down the bottom in the drop zone. Doohan's out, Piastri's through. Well, there you go. Shows how much I know, doesn't it? I thought it would definitely be the other way round. So maybe this race is not meant for us. Who knows?
Radio check.
You never guarantee anything in this game. I'll put him on those old softs. I'm going to send him out on minute 9, I think. Come on, Piastri, what have you got? Why did you do 1 lap? You're supposed to be doing 2 laps. Oh man, I hate this game sometimes. That's completely screwed up our lap time now. What a crappy mistake that is. I don't think Piastri's going to do it. He hasn't got the time or the speed now. It does that all the time to me. And it hasn't given him the 1 lap of extra fuel either. So many bugs in this game. Jesus Christ.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Qualifying went well for Williams, as attested by their strong position on the grid. Now it's all about finding that edge for the race itself.
That is not quite what we were after.
Alpine during qualifying, but they did well for themselves. Everything's still open to them for the race. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
Well, whatever happens, it's sure to be a tremendous race day here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Right. Let's have a look-see here. Car attributes. Top speed, we're not very good at. Low speed, we're not very good at. Top speed and low speed. Okay, so this probably isn't the best race for us. We may struggle to get into the points today, actually, truth be told. Let's have a look-see here. The medium hard soft solution. I mean, that's 10 laps of really hard racing, right? 15 laps. 15 laps of normal. I mean, what kind of strategy is this? This is just stupid. Still. I'm going to take that and tweak it. Okay, that's going to make us faster, right? So why isn't that the strategy originally? Oh, we can just about squeeze that in. But that's going to lose us time, apparently. Makes no sense at all. Okay. So that's optimum right there. Well, that means we can move this, and we can up this. It's going to make it slower. Makes no sense. I don't get it. It's going to make it 5 seconds quicker. Right, well that's the strategy I'm going with. Yeah, baby. And we'll do something similar. But in reverse, I think. So we go soft. Yeah. Yeah, quite like that. How does that not make us quicker? Okay, it's a little bit weird, a little bit random, but okay. Go for it. Go for it. So we're going aggressive and flat out. Actually, we got to go all out, haven't we? For the first lap. I mean, why wouldn't you? You can make so many places up. Do that for one lap. Fuel. Right, let's work out what fuel we need. We're going to need 107. We're going to need that just to drive around without worrying about fuel. So, we're just going to need max fuel, basically. Have one lap of all-out attack and one lap and the rest of the race on normal. All right, lads. It's all going to be in the first 10 laps here. Make it or break
I
it.
don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Here's Williams. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. And looking at the second Williams car. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. And we're just moments away now. Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Go the cameras.
It's lights out, and away we go.
Good luck, lads. Good luck. Nice.
That's good.
Castri's up to 13th. Jack is looking.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Nice one, Jack.
You're doing a good job.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Castri's up into third. No, Doohan's up into 15th. Right, it's just very late commentary. Go on, Jack, you got him.
Good job, good job.
He's up to 12th. This is looking very good, lads. Very impressed. Oh, this is where Jack wiped out last year. I remember now. I think he spun it twice, smashed it into a wall at least once. Let's hope it goes a little bit better this year.
You can afford to drop back.
Copy.
Push hard. Happy to push hard.
Copy.
Is he going to take him? Go on, Jack. Go on, Jack. Go on, Jack.
That was good.
Keep Jack on it, I think. If we can get past Alonso as well, we're looking very good. Going for it. Ah! Keep clicking on the wrong button. Sorry about that.
You're doing good.
He's got it. Right, let's go neutral.
We want to leave court, please.
Copy.
Okay, back off.
Copy.
Piastri cam. Let's go light. Light. Oh, not really light, sorry. Very aggressive. Just wait for DRS.
Happy to push, happy to push.
Copy.
We're happy to push on with the tyres.
Copy.
I don't remember asking for that.
Use DRS.
Right, here we go then. Jack Harvest for 2. Piastri overtake.
Just use the overtake.
Copy.
That's nice and easy, so I like them. Looking for a double overtake there, Piastri, I think. That cam. Jack overtake.
And use overtake.
Piastri overtake.
Copy.
You have the overtake.
Copy.
Nice. Well done, Williams. Piastri Harvest for 2.
Just gained by Williams.
He lost it again. Piastri, how embarrassing.
Okay, keep pushing, keep pushing.
Oh my god, look at this. Well done, Jack. What a cover that was. That was epic. I'm really going to go out on a limb here. This is going to be super dangerous. I have to time this just right. Jack, deploy.
Use DRS.
Copy that.
Piastri overtake.
Okay, we can use the overtake.
Copy.
Jack Harvest. Lance Stroll is definitely faster than he used to be. Piastri overtake.
Happy to use the overtake.
Copy.
Look at that. Right, let's have a little look-see at this situation here. .149.3 is a good time. 149.4 is a good time for medium tyres. Jack, overtake.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Wonderful, Jack. Jack, harvest for 2. Jack, harvest for 2. Piastri cam. Jack, harvest for 2. So we're sitting in this position for a little while then. The Piastri is definitely faster than Stroll, we just can't get past him. Just will not go for the move. And he hasn't got any DRS, so how is that even possible? That makes no sense at all to me.
Can push through all corners.
Copy.
Reduce the lift and core.
Copy.
Piastri overtake. Jack overtake. Jack cam.
Check the DRS.
Copy.
How is Piastri's overtake scoring
Overtake
so
is
much of
available
his
if needed.
Piastri cam?
Copy.
Piastri harvest for 2. How is this possible? He has no DRS, this guy in front. How is he holding us up? It's utter BS, that is. I've never seen anything quite like that in this game. Jack. Doing a great job. Ah, keep on him, keep on him, keep on him. Early power. Go, go, go. It's Albon being a right pain in the ass. Just because we fired you doesn't mean you can beat us in the race. Doesn't work that way, mate. You have to actually be better. Oh, Jack, why did you give up? Jack, harvest for 2. Piastri cam. So we're losing pace on him there. Let's get back up where we're supposed to be.
We could do with a bit more pace now if you've got it.
Yep.
Jack cam. Oh wow, lucky he's dropping off the pace. Back to 1. Yellow flag. Oh, that's gonna. How is that not a virtual?
We've had a crash!
The Vettel crashed, so Piastri, Stroll are Piastri's into the points. Jack got held up there, lost about 5 seconds. Quite annoying. Piastri Harvest for 2. Piastri Cam. So I think Piastri's got a big gap now behind him. Piastri Cam. On 47 lap time from Perez. Woof. Vettel's tyres are shot. He is going to need new tyres. Jack Cam. Pit window. Oh, that was weird. I didn't like that much. Piastri Cam. Well, here goes absolutely nothing, I guess. Such a long stretch. Piastri deploy. Jack deploy.
Yeah. Deploy.
Jack Cam.
Keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you give some energy.
Come on, Jack. Piastri Cam. Piastri's well positioned. Oh, you didn't get DRS? Oh, you're kidding me. That kind of screws up the whole... Oh no, it's okay. We're not there yet. Piastri overtake.
You have the overtake.
Yeah.
Jack overtake. Jack hasn't got enough juice.
Overtake is available if needed.
Copy.
Head down. Keep your head down. Don't know what we have left.
Haas with an overtake there.
Got Cam.
You can afford to drop back.
Yeah.
We're happy to push.
Copy.
Piastri harvest for 2. We're going to overcut. We're going to wait for him to go in, and then we're going to absolutely bombard it. Piastri Cam. We'll stay on it for now. Got Cam. No. Jack, good defending. Piastri's trying to overtake, which is also good to see. Considering he's harvesting, that's a pretty good sign. Piastri Cam. Piastri harvest for 2. So Piastri has kept those softs going a lot longer than I was expecting. So the strategy here, just wondering if I can go medium. Because everyone else is going to go hard, and that should make us a lot quicker.
And then let's go push.
Got 2 mediums, I could do this. I'm going to gamble it. And pit the slap, and then we're going to delay by 1.
Copy, Mark.
I guess we'll keep Jack on target. I'm chickening out. I'm going back to hards.
Alpine just advanced.
Box this lap.
Because everyone's going to pit in and I want to stay out. I think. Oh, hang on, no. I've changed my mind again. Everyone's going to pit in. That's going to give us an opportunity to use our pace to gain positions.
Box.
Again, check.
Copy. Watch the white line on exit.
Alright, here we go. Pit stop time. It's behind Jack. That's never good. Jack Cam. Jack's completely clear. There's nobody around Jack.
Okay, good job, good job.
Well, Jack's doing pretty well. I'll keep him where he is. Yes, we can.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Right, so we're on fresh medium tyres. How long are they going to last? Yeah, we can do soft, medium, medium, can't we? No, Jack! No, Jack! Oh, Jack! God's sake.
That's red. Go safety car.
Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams here. That crash is terrible news for the team.
Jack does not get on at this.
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Well, it is going to set us back rather badly because he's out of the race, right?
After a pause in this race, we are all set and ready once more. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's close this gap.
That's incredibly annoying.
Just use the overtake.
Copy.
Nice work. Good job, good job.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
I'm not going to be happy with anything less than a podium now, which is a hell of an ask when you're 13th. Good effort, Piastri, unlucky.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
It'll be a fight, isn't it, this one? And the points. Good fighting, Piastri. Keep it going, mate. Piastri neutral. Can't keep pushing like that.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
It's a stonking lap.
Wow. My fastest lap on a set of hards. That's an achievement right there. So we just have to accept the fact that we are not fast enough, that we're not good enough on the tyres, or fast enough when we're not pushing the tyres to compete in that way. So we have to go aggressive, we have to burn the tyres out, we have to take the chance that that's going to put us 25 seconds faster than not doing that. In fact, I can... Higher temperatures, they are warm, aren't they? 136, 140s. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Jack's tyres overheated, I don't know. Let's go down to aggressive. We know the tyres can cope with that. Keep pushing and we'll see what we can achieve. I doubt anyone else is pushing. They're all going to try and make their tyres last to the end, which is 100% what I'm banking on, because we're going to go get some soft tyres and come out here and just blitz everybody. That's the idea. So this is where straight line speed would really help us. By the end of the season, we should be, you know, performing like a Ferrari. Castry harvest for 2. It was a bit ugly, wasn't it? Well, that's where you lose out the DRS. So I don't have DRS, there you go. I was going to say, he should come flying past me. But then we're going to use that against him.
Currently P11.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
See, he doesn't have DRS. How are we not blitzing past him? And don't say it's because you're not using any ERS, because that is not the reason. There's plenty of space, plenty of overtaking opportunity. It's just not taking it. Piastri overtake.
To use the overtake.
Copy.
Check the DRS.
Told you that wasn't the reason. What happened there? Nobody clicked on this at all. Piastri harvest for 2.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
See? See how easily he passes us? I know we're not using ERS right now. Very suspicious.
So lift and coast level 3.
Copy.
We're definitely going for another set of tyres, so screw it, let's go.
Let's reduce lift and coast.
Copy.
I think we're just physically not capable of going fast enough. It's our straight line speed still that's holding us back. Lack thereof. We reckon we can get 16 laps on softs, medium settings. Even when we're pushing, we're still off the pace. That's our problem here, then we have no pace. I'm going to speed it up because there's not much else going to happen. Oh, safety car, bloody hell.
Okay, it's a safety car.
Cancel the cameras.
Positive on the Delta.
Copy.
Right, let's go medium. Who crashed?
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Yuki Tsunoda. He's out as well.
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Copy.
Just do lift and coasting.
Copy.
Right, I should have stopped with those medium tyres after all, shouldn't I? What's everyone doing? So they're all clinging onto these hard tyres, aren't they? Let's get up to position. Think about how we're going to approach this. So on medium tyres, we reckon we can get 25 laps. There's how many laps left? Right, I reckon we can stay on these mediums to the end. It's just a case of... Has he not come in yet? Stop the cameras.
Safety car.
Cancel cams.
This lap. Confirm.
Cute.
Copy.
No overtaking until the control line.
Copy.
Happy to increase pace.
Yeah.
And
Let's see what we can do.
reduce lift and coast.
Copy.
Schumacher taking the mickey there.
Okay, we can easily overtake.
Right, so what we need to be happening here is much quicker lap times than anyone else. If I can do that on light, then we're absolutely laughing. Let's see what happens. Promising start. Almost out of ERS immediately though.
Good job, good job.
Pedestrian neutral.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Go the cameras. Certainly haven't left him behind, have I? I was looking for the overtake, it just didn't seem to have the acceleration or the speed to do it.
Stay firm on DRS.
The DRS is how we're going to have to do this. Because look, that's us at max speed. We're like, I can't even keep up with you, let alone overtake you. Once we're in that position, we should be able to pass them because we've got the softer tyres. But even that's proving difficult. Caught up with us very easily. Car just isn't well suited to this track. That's the reality. Look, he's even pulling away from us now. At least he's still looking, at least he's still there. Right, this will be our first DRS zone, let's go. What's happened to the DRS then? Oh, I'm a bit early. DRS now! Now? 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 Come on, now. What the hell? Where's the DRS? Thank you. Sure there are 2 DRS zones down there, but even that isn't enough, look. Oh God. We don't have the pace. Another safety car. Holy cow. Go for a set of softs, because hello? Is it a red flag again?
Let's take a closer look. Now just focus on the Haas.
Whoa!
They've lost...
That is a big old crash. Gonna put him on softs. Excuse me? Thank you.
Here we go once more. The track is ready, and so are the drivers. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's close this gap.
Copy.
Go on, Piastri. Do it for the team.
Yeah.
Everybody's on softs now. Yeah, I thought
And a new
that might
position
happen.
just gained by Williams. And there's an overtake from Williams.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Nice work. You can afford to drop back.
Copy.
I'll sort of... Everybody's on softs. That's going to blow him out then.
DRS enabled. If you've got any pace left, it'll be good now.
Copy.
Right, we're just going to blow him out, see what happens. This has not been a good race for us. You can see straight line speed, it just isn't there. It's an absolute killer. If you haven't got straight line speed on this rate at this point in the season, got nothing. We're not even competitive at this speed. Yowza. Everything we gain on the corners, we're losing on the straight. Doesn't help that he's not getting DRS. Go the cameras. They were struggling to be effective. I should have gone medium tyres actually. I could have pushed this hard right to the end of the race. Never mind. Oh, red flag. My word. He's actually caught up with somebody, that's nice. What are you going to do about it, Piastri? Sadly, there's nothing you can do about it, is there? Gamble time, do you think? I'm not enjoying this race at all. Oh, that I just realised Piastri doesn't have the new intake valves or the suspension because he wrote the car off, didn't he? So that's probably why he's not faster than anybody, because we've still got our old stuff on there. We definitely didn't need extra fuel. Piastri deploy. Let's see what happens.
Full deploy.
Copy.
We've got nothing. There is nothing we can do in this race to really do any damage to anyone. All we can do is just hold a position, nick 1 or 2 positions. Shame, but that's the reality of it. He might get Vettel here, but Vettel's very good at defending. Piastri overtake.
Just use the overtake.
Copy.
Piastri overtake.
Happy to use the overtake.
Copy.
Check the DRS.
Copy.
Nothing we can do. We do not have enough pace. With full deploy, we're still doing slower lap times than Bottas. And Sainz. On hard, I can get 22 laps. I don't think I have a hard... Do I have a hard tyre left? I might do, mightn't I? I can get 22 laps out of a hard tyre, so I'm going to pit in. This is rubbish. Oh no. Only 77%. I'm going to burn this tyre out. Piastri harvest for 2. Go the cameras. Burn the tyres out, see what happens. Piastri neutral. Yeah, Norris is doing much faster laps behind us. There's nothing we can do. We're not fast enough. Ah, so frustrating. His tyres are overheating. You know, if he crashes, then at least I don't have to put up with the rest of the race. I'm not even sure we can hold 10th place at this rate. But, if I pit and change tyres, then their tyres will get cold. And we may possibly be able to come through and do something useful. I think possibly we might be able to get 11 aggressive laps on those tyres. Maybe. We're going to go all the way to the back of the pack. This is the other problem. You can see I am not making any progress here at all. Wow. Just blocking me. They're doing a fantastic job, I guess. They're ensuring that they get 9th and 10th. It's a good strategy. It's working. The s3e8 harvest. This is a tough track for ERS. It uses more than it accumulates easily. The s3e8 overtake. See if we can even do it.
Okay, we can easily overtake.
Oops.
Copy.
God, we're so far off the pace. There's nothing we can do. I mean, I am flat out and we're still miles off them. Cancel the cams. We're even losing a place to Ocon here. Right. Softs again, I guess, is the only option we've got, right?
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
So now we're doing 3 seconds faster a lap. Okay, so this might work out in our favour. Let's have a look-see here. Leclerc and Russell have pitted in, so they've seen how much faster we are, and they're thinking, hang on a minute. 3 seconds a lap is quite a lot. Is everybody going to have to pit? You know what? They may. They may have to pit. They have to do it. This is great for us. Really great for us. And they're so tightly packed. I mean, that makes it even more difficult to overtake, but the problem is with these tyres, of course, it's not going to make me any quicker on the straight. So they're always going to keep that advantage over me. But in the corners, that's where I can take them, but it requires some aggressive overtaking manoeuvres on Piastri, and I don't know if he's lost his spark or what, but he doesn't seem to be doing that anymore. We're going for it. There we go. More pit stops. I don't think we're going to get there in time to take advantage of those pit stops, but
Okay, 5 laps to go.
when we get to 3 laps, I'll go full tilt. Oh, we did. We actually got a couple of positions there. Nice. Unexpected.
Good job, good job.
Find it unlikely that we'll catch Verstappen, but we did just lap 6 seconds quicker than him.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I guess we're getting so much grip out of the corners that maybe we're going faster on some of the straights quicker, if that makes sense. So our acceleration is increased. Maybe that's what's helping us. I honestly couldn't tell you if that was true. Very possible I'm just making that up to make myself feel better. Now, if Verstappen goes through here, Piastri overtake.
You have the overtake.
But I want to cling on to him, because he's much faster than us. Go on, go with him, go with him. Go with him, go with him. Excellent.
That was a stonking.
And a new fastest lap. We'll take that, and we're into the points. Beautiful. Beautiful. Try and beat that, 145.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
The lap record's 143, so somebody could beat that, definitely. So if I could just hold on to Verstappen, we could be podium. Honestly, podium possible. Because if you look, there's a couple of cars there I think might be considering new tyres, but not us. We're going for it
Close
now.
this gap.
3 laps. Go on, Piastri. Make Verstappen look stupid. I don't care. Piastri harvest. Verstappen has got much better tyres than us. But we have much better tyres than Albon and Norris and Vettel. And Ricardo, and Sainz has gone in the pits. Okay, this is... I don't know what's going to happen here. This could be very interesting. Stick with Verstappen, Piastri. You never know what could happen here.
Currently 3 laps remaining of the race.
Look at that. We're outperforming ourselves. This is wonderful. We're just using Verstappen as a battering ram, and it's working superbly well. Just cling on to his coattails, mate, and we could get a podium here today. 2 laps. Yeah, it could be done. It could be done. It could be possible. Piastri harvest. Piastri neutral. I may have ruined our chances there. Oh, just in the DRS zone. Oh.
So that's 2 laps to go.
So the question is, how many pit stops have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do 6 pit stops and 2 red flags get you? I still don't know myself. Piastri harvest. Piastri overtake.
Just use the overtake.
Copy.
Last lap, guys, last lap. Goodness me.
And this is the last lap.
Those Alpha Tauris are going to be absolutely all over themselves. Look, 2nd and 3rd right now. Piastri overtake. That's Verstappen.
To use the overtake.
Copy.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Like I say, we are attacking hard in the corners. Absolutely useless in the straights.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Red Bull moved up.
Just redeploy. All or nothing, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Deploy.
Copy.
Go with Max. Go with Max. Oh my word, this is an interesting finish.
He's taken the win.
It's like 7th, is it?
That's the flag.
Verstappen still in that last place there, he did well. Still, 7th place after a absolutely terrible race. I think we'll take that. And AlphaTauri lost 2nd and 3rd and ended up 2nd and 5th, but I bet you they're very happy with those results. I'd be happy with that. Ecstatic with that. Oscar Piastri also got fastest lap, so we get a bonus point there. So that's 7 points we come away with. Which is more than Alfa Romeo got, so we're now squarely in 5th place. 4th is looking a little bit unlikely now. 3rd, I think, is definitely on its way out the window. Don't know how you got a development point, Jack. So, yeah, not the best season. I mean, we are scoring in most races, which is definitely something. Definitely looking more like a competitive racer, isn't he? What's in the inbox? Gearbox, poor condition. Michael Loom, exceeding expectations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gonna have to manufacture some repair parts. Is that it? Are we in the race already? Oh gosh. That's a car analysis at the warehouse actually. Suspension. On car 2. Manufacturing is already in process. Again, we're going to go to the race with less than one spare, which is not ideal, is it? Okay. That's it for today, guys. Let's do a car analysis real quick. Where are we at? 13, 13, 12, 17, 15. Okay, I mean, that's definitely better. Engine cooling is still way off the mark, but we have got some significant engine cooling coming our way, so that should help there. But everything else is definitely moving up in the right direction, so that's pretty groovy. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye for now.